What's poppin', y'all? When you think of the most hated streamer, there's really only a couple of faces that might come up in your mind. One of them is probably Neon for his past, who's been doing a lot to make amends. And another is Jack Doherty. And Jack Doherty seems to finally be feeling that pain because he's attempting to clean up his image.
Nah, brother, real you is cool. Thank you. And I feel like I wish I had better people around me the past couple of years to like show that side of me, but I feel like everyone brought out the worst in me to keep, because obviously it only helped them too, you know? It's like the more viral I go, the more viral everyone around me goes. But it's like I had nobody around me promoting to me to act how I would act off stream. That's one thing. It's like I'm a totally different person off stream, and I feel like everyone around me saw that version of me and they know me, but nobody projects that version of me to the internet. Nobody tries to show on the internet who I am. And it's like they only record me when I'm entertaining or like when I'm like trying or like acting or whatever it is. Like no one wants to put my normal moments on camera, or that's not going to go viral, you know? It's like I'm a totally different person off camera, and that's the one thing people don't understand. I'm trying to show that on camera too. Like I'm not trying to be a embarrassing idiot for views anymore. Like I'm at the point where I feel like my name carries enough weight to where I can do not as crazy things and still get as far, or, you know, which is good, because if I kept going at the rate I was, I would have been probably behind bars by now for a long ass time.
This is the most delusional thing that I have ever seen in this year. Nah, it's not the most delusional thing I've ever seen in my life, because Jack Doherty's talking about, yo, he's chill off. Yeah, he's obvious. Like, what does being chill mean? Like not actively, I don't know, jumping around, screaming, harassing other people. Lest we not forget that this guy was walking around with security, antagonizing people, hoping that doing as much as he could so that they would get physical with him so his giant security guards could handle the situation. His security guards hated him. He cycled through so many security guards. Funny enough that he's talking about this, he's got some like steak hoodie on, but no, that's not really, because a bunch of people are sponsored by it, but he's just realizing that he has no allies and he's trying to clean it up, because what he showed on stream is him. It's a reflection of him. And if we're talking about off stream, right? Like his behavior off stream. Well, how about we get a inside look from his ex-girlfriend that he was with for a couple of years, this girl McKinley.
Something horrible happened to me. He had a hometown friend there that he had known.
Staying with
us in the house. Okay. He had just came from New York, because that's where Jack is from. They apparently had went to high school together. Mm-hmm. We went out this one night. Jack and I are obviously very together. Like we were hugging on each other, all over each other. And I even remember his name's I remember came up to both of us and was like, you guys are so cute. Like, so he obviously knew. He had a girlfriend that was in New York as well, but he was here for spring break and just to, you know, see Jack. He was very respectful, didn't really talk to me that much. We ended up going back home. We're, you know, drunk. I wasn't as drunk as I would normally be, because Jack was really drunk. And I would also make sure he was okay and make sure everyone got home safe. He had his jewelry on, and I would even change him because he would be so intoxicated. So we end up going to bed. And I just remember waking up and his hand was in my pants. I was in the middle of him and Jack. It's okay. And I just felt so and scared. Like I had never been through a situation like that ever. And not knowing who it was, like I just woke up to a dark figure in the room next to me, laying in bed with his hands in my pants. I woke up freaking out. I pushed him away from me, and I'm like trying to tap Jack, and I'm like, Jack, and he's drunk as I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm pushing this guy off of me, and he doesn't care. I turned to the side, like closer to Jack, and I'm like trying to tap him. I'm basically on top of Jack in his back. And he just is saying, I'm gonna you right now. And I woke him up, and Jack woke up, and he was like, I was like, get him out of here. Like, I don't know what to do. And he's trying to hump me from the back while I'm talking to Jack, and Jack is awake. And Jack is like, bro, get out of here. Like, what are you doing? Go. And he was like, I don't give a I'm right now.
So the first thing that some people could say is that, well, hey, you know, they were dating and they had like a messy breakup and he has her in a contract. So this is another aspect of it. He has her and many other girls that are like 18 or so. He gets them in a contract where I think it's like an egregious contract. Allegedly, he gets like 80% and they get 20%. Granted, he blows up every single one of these chicks. This is his strategy. The girl that's interviewing McKinley, funnily enough, Camilla, her strategy was the same thing. They would use short form content. They would create these like scripted skits, things like that. Oh, kiss her, slap, stuff like that to promote OF. It's aimed at kids. It brings them through the funnel, gets them addicted to this type of content and OF and thirst traps while they're really young. And by the time they're 18, they're buying this stuff up. Or even before that, unfortunately. And then, of course, like some adults are falling for it. So what Jack Doherty would do is he'll pluck a girl. He's like, okay, I just need the appearance and I need her to be young. The girls already know that Jack Doherty is famous because he's been famous on YouTube for at least like 10 plus years. Like, he was huge on YouTube first. So a lot of these girls, they've seen his content before when they were little kids. So they're like, oh, Jack Doherty reached out to me. You know, he's bringing them in. He's doing the record label thing. He'll fly these girls in. He'll be like, yeah, you know, this is the house. You get to live here. This is the cars, all that. Gets them to sign. And then he blows them up. They blow up. So yeah, he should take 80%. But this is his own girlfriend. And she's talking about the experience of a friend of his that essayed her, right? And the reason why I say that, some people will say, well, it's his ex-girlfriend. She's going to speak badly about him like this. We shouldn't consider that. And ex-girlfriends regularly speak very, very, very poorly of the individual, regardless of the situation, especially if they're famous and they are incentivized to do so and pile on if the person is already hated. But that's not a one-time thing with Jack Doherty is what I'm saying. Even Sam Frank, who was cool with him from when they were children. Sam Frank, Neon's ex-girlfriend, also a streamer now. She quit OF. She's like a Bible streamer now, or does like a lot of Christian content. And to be honest, it does seem quite genuine. But I guess it's a lot easier to turn to the Lord after you've made such a disgusting level of money that you're safe and secure, and now you can explore higher pursuits. You know, I was about to say abracadabra. Whoa. I'm just thinking about Pokemon too much. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You know, like after all that's handled, she's moving on, which is better than some who just keep chasing the materialistic grind, such as Jack Doherty. So Jack Doherty had a complete separation with that girl, Sam Frank. She doesn't even mess with him anymore. What does that tell you? And they were friends from the sandbox, literally. And another case where Jack Doherty is talking about how, oh, you know, people don't record me when I'm not on live. Number one, being chill, there's nothing to record. And what you do on live and what you do in crisis says more than anything else. And lest we not forget this moment as well, which is the most egregious moment ever.
Help! 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 Break the window! Oh! Help! Oh, you hold this? Oh, oh! No, my car, bro.
Vamos, baby. Vamos,
Oh,
que estás bien.
dude, my car! Holy no! Are you kidding me, bro? No! Michael, are you good? Oh, oh, Michael.
So Jack Doherty, irresponsibly, he's streaming. He was looking at the chat while streaming, driving a McLaren, which is notoriously a car that's been known to be difficult to handle, in the rain. And then he has a nightmare of a crash. the first thing on this guy's mind is, hey, hold this camera. Make sure we're still recording. Yo, and his friend is in the car. Dude gets hit. His friend is destroyed. He doesn't give an ounce of a care. He's just thinking about his car. He's like, my car, my car, my car. My car? Especially if you're filthy rich, right? Like, I mean, if you've got a regular car, you're not, and you're making payments on it and everything. The first thing you're thinking about is your safety, your health, and the people around you. You're not thinking about, damn it, my car, I just destroyed it. Unless it's like the first day off the lot, right? Then you're quite upset if you maybe scuffed it up. This guy's homie was bleeding. He's not even tripping off of him. And he got so much hate for this. And I think this was like his cameraman, his friend, whatever. It doesn't even matter. If it's somebody that works for you, they're your responsibility as well anyway. And then he like gets him a jet ski to kind of like, he buys him a gift. But in moments like this is where you see someone's real character come in. Not when you can just behave in a certain way to try to win people over. So this is who this guy really is. And let's not forget another thing. This guy is straight, presumably. He's been on OF since 18, like jail baiting or gay baiting gay dudes. Like he makes content for dudes that like dudes, and he's also like kissed the island boys on OF. Like, this guy will do anything for money. I don't know what he's talking about. And this is the thing. He will do anything, even now realizing that he is the biggest villain. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants to be around him. Even all of this money, that people still don't want to be around him. He tried to get up with that clavicular dude when he first got on, and they had a quick falling out, and then they repaired it for a brief moment. But when you're in the streaming game, collaborations are really the name of the game, unless you have a strong community. But he doesn't have a strong community, because what do you have to support Jack Doherty? He's flexing on other people, which you probably don't have money. So he's flexing on you and me. I definitely don't got paper like this guy. This guy's, he's up. He's flexing. Nah, he doesn't really flex chicks. He's just an overall nuisance, bullying people damn near. Like every negative trait that you could possibly imagine. Was it getting views? Yes, because it's a disaster. So people are watching to see a disaster or see him. And you got to think, Jack Doherty's peak on Kick, on these streaming platforms, was when he was having people collab around him. When he had Fousey come in and smack him and pull up to his house. When he had Island Boys like showing up to the house. When he had Convy showing up to his house. When he had, what was it? That Aiden Ross's mans, or his former mans, that SSB guy, Prime. When he had Prime at his crib, slap him. People were showing up, and this was like a pre-modern era, you could say, of IRL. So he was curating all of this content. He was setting a lot of this up, instigating a lot of it. Now he can't do that anymore. And are people going to just watch Jack Doherty? Absolutely not. And unfortunately, I think he just I believe genuinely that this guy does not have a soul. I don't think that he's somebody that's a psychopath that's looking to do evil and harm to other people. I just think he's soulless. Maybe you could call him a sociopath, but I'm not going to put some mental diagnosis on the guy. But yeah, he has no soul, and he will do whatever it takes to make money. And then now when he realizes that nobody wants to be around him, he's like, okay, well, let me see if I can do a little bit of a reform arc. Well, it's too late, frankly. Because Neon, who's somebody that's active, making a ton of content, just is really trying his hardest. Even for him, it's difficult. And he's actually got friends. Jack Doherty does not have friends, except maybe some of the people close to him. If Jack Doherty had no money, brother, it would be raps. And the majority of his money comes from these illicit things like gambling and OF. But from streaming itself, this guy doesn't make bread because nobody watches him and nobody wants to be around him. So if nobody wants to be around him, other people aren't just going to watch him by himself unless he's crashing out on something. And the kid audience grew up, so they didn't want to mess with him. So now he's just stuck in no man's land. And to be honest, he deserves it. I can't, I wish I could say I feel bad. No, this guy's done a lot of, he's going to have to work for years to undo that if he's changed at all. But like I said, I genuinely believe that this guy is soulless and he can't change. And his behavior may change, but the only reason his behavior changed is because of the intention, the underlying intention hasn't changed, which is I need money, more money, and I need people to like me now. to have this money. So his behavior will change because it will all lead back to the money and the attention, because he loves attention more. Because he could have just quit and he didn't even need to stream. He could have just kept doing that type of content, collecting bread and making whatever other investments he was making, because he's a shrewd guy, but also soulless. And yeah, no, this guy is not off camera. He's a nice, cool guy that is, trustworthy and all this other stuff. No, he's a business guy. He's probably a normal guy off stream, but when you're affecting normal people's lives with your stream, like when he's going out in real life, it doesn't matter that it's a stream. You can't hit them with the, oh, it's just a prank, bro. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think Jack Doherty can have a redemption arc, or is it clipped for this guy? It's cooked. He's just donezo. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one.